please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Steiner?
Here.
Rose?
Here.
Dunleavy? Here. Rath?
Excused.
Jurgensen?
Here.
Wilson?
Here.
Rose?
Here.
Easter? Here. Schley? Here. Dornick?
Here.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I have a point of order, and I would like to explain something. I had submitted on Thursday an item to be added to the agenda for tonight, and I sent it to Mandy, since she was the person that sent out to Mary, because she was the person that sent out the original thing. And when I didn't hear anything, I contacted her, and she tells me that she was on vacation. And so on Monday, then I did, she told me I should have, Peggy had been in on Friday, and if Peggy had been in, she could have dealt with it. But evidently, there's no passing along. So my first suggestion has to do with, most companies have a thing that if you're out of the office on vacation, your email pops up and says, I'm out of the office. And I would suggest we do that. That would take care of the problem. Peggy did suggest I send it to 2 or 3 other people just to make sure, but I think it would help our citizens if somebody is on vacation. Ralph could just do that very easily. But my point is that I'm going to ask for a suspension of the rules in order to add my item, since I think it's pertinent to tonight's discussion. And so I make the motion that we suspend the rules to add agenda item, which I submitted on Thursday. So I need a second for the motion to suspend the rules.
I'd second that.
Motion by Keister, second by Kraus to suspend the rules. Is there anything else?
They can't just let us know it's on the agenda.
Your discussion,
Okay.
and you need a 2/3 majority vote.
Okay. Discussion?
What is the item?
The item is a motion to censure Mayor McGee. I don't believe it was a 2/3 majority vote, April. I checked this before. It doesn't require. Yeah, it is? Okay, anyway. Okay, so.
Mark?
Well, I guess my question is there discussion on this, or so that's the only thing we get is just whether we're going to censure Mayor McGee?
Whether we're going to.
My question is directed to the mayor.
I don't know what to say, other than, just a minute, Mary Beth, that there's a motion on the floor. What will be, will be. Mary Beth.
If I could just add, this is just a motion to add the item to the agenda. When the agenda item comes up, Mark,
They're going to sanction the mayor now.
it would be a discussion. I would present the motion and we would discuss. Right now, it's a question to get it on the agenda.
Okay, any other questions? Yes, Mary
I just
Beth.
want to add one thing. My reason was it's pertinent, the reason for the censure is pertinent to our discussion later tonight regarding the closed session on personnel matters.
Anyone else? Before we take that, I'm sorry, Bill.
Thank you for direct this to Attorney Dunleavy. With having to post agenda items typically, are we allowed to suspend the rules and add unposted agenda items?
Not this.
Yes, and that's why you need a 2/3 majority. But that is certainly a consideration. That's a consideration to take into account that the public hasn't been made aware of that agenda
That's right.
item with the 24 hours notice.
Any other discussion? Gloria?
What does that mean?
Well, that means you're voting to add something to the agenda that the public wasn't given a notice of.
That's right.
So when you vote to add this item on there, you should consider that you're adding something on there that the public hasn't been made aware of until just this moment. Just this room full of people are aware of it. No one else is aware that it's going to be on the agenda for tonight. You have the ability to do that.
Is there a repercussion from that, or no, it's just our choices?
Yes, because you're doing something without actually giving 24-hour notice in compliance with the open meetings laws.
My reason for asking for the suspension of the rules is I said I submitted this on Thursday in good faith and, waiting for a response. It turned out that when I submitted it, Mary was on vacation when she sent out the notice evidently, so I was not notified of that. So when I followed up, then he said, well, Peggy could have handled it, but I didn't know that I should have handled it. So my reason is I tried to do it, and the reason I'm bringing it up, it's pertinent to the discussion later meeting. So that's why I'm bringing it up, and I think it gives more information rather than less information. Also, the last time I did anything that pertained to the mayor, she did request to have that done in open session, and I assume you would want this in open session tonight.
Well, I don't exactly know what you're gonna do. I have an idea. I think that I'm talking to Lisa all the time. In her guarantee warning that was given to her when this started at the very first time, it says in there that she may talk to me about city business and I may talk to her about city business. Yeah, I'm just putting that out there so the people that are here know that.
Yes, there's no reference to that. There's no reference to that item at all. There's no reference to that.
That's where it's coming from. Jerry?
I guess, I think it, you saying it's pertinent to the information later, but how can we relate it to if it's a closed session? It's not part of that, correct, Attorney Dunleavy? So really, I don't understand, and I think it could wait. 24-hour notice, as our city attorney said, hasn't been given. So it looks kind of like, oh, let's hurry up and get this in here now. The other part, Mary Beth, everybody with emails nowadays, unless they completely forgot, has an out of office reply. If you didn't receive that, okay, but I don't think we need to just hurry up and get it onto the agenda because things happen, people are human.
Because we don't have out of office reply.
Every email does. They got Outlook.
But the city doesn't. The city doesn't. It's in a program. That's my point.
They have it, they don't use it? Okay, so they have it.
If I understand this, the notice to Mary was sent on Thursday.
Yes.
Our agenda came out on Thursday, so I'm questioning, we had all of Friday to get this onto the agenda with
Yeah.
proper notice.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Okay.
we had all of Friday to get this onto the agenda with proper notice. And with Monday being a holiday, I don't know if that counted, but could we have posted an amended agenda on Friday with that notice?
But
Okay.
that's, Mark,
Okay, that was my question, so I guess, I'm not comfortable with this without proper notice being given to the public.
my point was that I did respond on Thursday, and Mary told me she was on vacation Thursday, so evidently the notice went on Thursday, but when I replied on Thursday, she did not get my reply. There was no notice that she was on vacation. So I waited and watched for it on Friday. When I didn't get it, I immediately emailed, but no one got that because she wasn't there either. Unbeknownst to me, Peggy was there, and so then later Peggy advised me that I should copy 3 or 4 different people in the future. It would be wise to copy 2 different people. I didn't know that. So I did respond on Thursday. There should have been time on Friday to get the notice out. That was my point, Mark.
Anyone else? Jerry?
Well, I guess my point for our city attorney is, number one, we can't combine the two, so it really has no relevance to our closed session conversation tonight. It has to, and it's not been 24 hours, so to me it seems like, oh, we're trying to sneak a curveball in there. What happened. I understand, Mary Beth, but I mean, can it wait till next meeting? I mean, come on.
Just one final thing. The reason this would be, we would be discussing this at the mayor's choice in open session. If she decides she wants it in closed session, it would be discussed in closed session, and it would be part of that discussion.
No, that's not right.
She don't have a decision on that. It's not her choice. If you get on the agenda, it's talked about. She don't have no decision if it's.
I was asking her. I was giving her that choice. I was giving her that choice.
Just a minute. Attorney Burns, you were trying to say something?
Closed session agenda is already published.
Yes.
It's not on the closed session agenda, so if I'm involved in the closed session, I wouldn't be able to discuss that separately.
And I just suggested, Mayor, that it was because the last time you said we wanted information about you in an open session. I assume that's where you wanted it.
Well, it would have been nice if you would have given me more than 5 minutes notice, Mary Beth, that you wanted to do this and what you were going to discuss so that I have an idea. I don't like being blindsided. Any further discussion? Roll call, please. I'm sorry, Mark. Would you repeat the motion?
It is to suspend the rules to add the agenda item regarding censure of the mayor.
Mark?
We're voting on suspending the rules, not adding the item, or is this together?
Yep.
It's together.
Yes, but
Mary Beth, please wait until I call on you. So what you're voting on is to censure me?
No.
No, I'm sorry.
It's just to suspend the rules.
And so that's what my clear, my.
Just to suspend.
If we need 2/3 just to suspend the rules, then we vote on whether we want to add the item, and that's a separate vote?
No.
You could do it as,
If I may redirect, Mayor, please.
you could do it as line item because it's all, you're suspending the rules to add the agenda item.
Okay.
Censure the mayor, but you're not actually discussing that process.
Okay, I just want to be clear what we're voting. So this is both. The way the motion's been, okay.
Continue, please.
Einert,
No.
Kraus,
Yes.
Dunleavy,
Yes.
Jorgensen,
No.
Wilson,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
Easter,
yes.
Schley,
Yeah.
Dornick.
No.
Three.
To suspend.
The motion does not carry. It's not the majority. Thank you, April. We'll move on to citizens forum. This is a chance. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, I just-
We had a motion.
No.
May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
For the agenda as presented?
Second.
Motion by Dornick, second by Jorgensen, to approve the agenda as printed. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Citizens Forum. This is a chance for citizens to make comments. Please be courteous at all times. Remember that this is not meant to be an opportunity to make personal attacks on any city official or citizen. No applause, cheering, or booing will be tolerated. No action or lengthy discussions will take place as a result of comments made at this time. Are there any citizens that would like to come forward this evening? Mary Beth? Speaking as a citizen and based on information that has been made available to Speaking as a citizen and based on information that has been made available to the public, I would just like to address the following recorded violations of policy, ethical violations, and failure to carry out the duties prescribed in the city ordinances regarding Mayor McGee. Because of the above and previously reported violations, as a citizen, I request that the mayor vacate the duty of presiding at this and any other further deliberations creating a city administrator and related issues. These are the items. Based on open records request of phone records
of calls made on the mayor's city-issued phone, she communicated that now we have to get Greg Rose recalled, and advised the person who was assisting her, Ms. Cotter, with her mayoral website to keep the email posted from Tricia Rose on the site as I needed in my effort to get her removed from Rotary. Ms. Rose has since been dismissed from Rotary. Neither of the messages is official city business, and the Rotary reference is particularly disturbing since the mayor is not a member of Rotary, and Ms. Rose has subsequently removed from Rotary membership, with the mayor's posted email used as evidence. Note the recipients of the emails by the mayor have been blocked, but we were able to figure out that these were to Ms. Cotter. In the phone records, numerous calls from the mayor to individuals asking them to come to the special meeting to support her are included. At that meeting, the mayor announced that she had been asked to relax the standing rule of no personal attacks. Anyone who attended that meeting knows the resultant free-for-all attack on council members that resulted. Changing the rules for the citizens forum to suit her needs is a violation of duty as a neutral presiding officer. Recently, the Cemetery Association requested that the mayor and city attorney attend their meeting. The mayor attended, and when the city attorney did not appear, the mayor said she did not know why the attorney was not present. When the attorney was contacted by the media as to why she was absent, she replied that she was not notified by the mayor. The attorney asked the mayor, who said, "Oh, I must have left the message in my drafts." This may be simply an example of the mayor's failure to perform her duties or an attempt to discredit the attorney. A council member was prohibited from attending a closed meeting session with two committees, chairs of which were appointed by the mayor. The chairs were not informed of the city ordinances that prohibits barring council members from closed session. The city ordinances state that the mayor should provide committee members with the city ordinances in advance. Despite being repeatedly advised by the city attorney and both special counsel, the mayor has violated the confidence of closed session discussion to the media. When reminded of this ruling, her response has been, "I forgot." Both special counsels have warned the council and the mayor that violating the confidence of a closed session can be the cause for a lawsuit against the city. So as a citizen, I am concerned about a potential lawsuit against the city due to this violation. The mayor at the last city council meeting threatened the council with my veto power if action was taken that she did not agree with. The mayor is making a judgment before hearing the facts and not presiding impartially. If she wishes to be party of the debate, she should step down as presiding officer and participate in the debate. Engaging in political activity while on duty by a city employee is a felony. The mayor used the city administrator to update her political website and was aware of political activity by the city administrator in organizing a write-in campaign for city council. The mayor failed to take action as a supervisor of the administrator. I also noted in the published emails from the open records that Councilman Jorgensen contacted Ms. Carter and asked her about doing something about the fact that Mr. Wilson was campaigning door to door and that she should get Mr. Keppenhoven out. So that may have not, maybe, as you know, knowledge of the law or lack of knowledge of the law is not a defense. So perhaps Mr. Jorgensen did not know that Ms. Cotter is not allowed to participate in activities. So those were my concerns about the mayor participating in further discussions with the council on this matter of the city administrator. Now I'm going to rebut that. On my text messages, starting with item number 131, this was between myself and the lady who is not Lisa that does my Office of the Mayor webpage and my personal, or my face page and my personal Facebook page. And she is willing to come before you and confirm that items 131 through number 161 are between her and me, and then 183 through 192 are between her and me regarding my Facebook pages. And it would be nice if you'd bother to check both sides of the story. There's always two sides.
all I have to say. I will have these passed out so the rest of you can see them. Attorney Burns, could I get that from you? Besides being there, we've got them all over town, not just. And open records are open records. And of course, you only see part of the open records because of the way they came from the New London Police Department. Some of them are cut off on the bottom and the top of the page. As for your reading pleasure, Mark?
With all due respect to what's going on here, just part of that is no discussion or action can come from this tonight. And for the sake of getting business done tonight, I suggest we move forward. And since I want to address it.
Lynn, would you like to address the council?
Yes, we're still in citizens forum.
Yes, we are.
I'm Lynn Simpson. I live at 150 13th Street, and I just want to applaud Mayor McGee for allowing that last citizen to speak, because that sounded an awful lot like a personal attack, and I think that took strong character to let her speak. Well done.
Thank you.
Smart.
I'm Brad Rokas, 213 North Clinton Avenue. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to the council. After the last meeting, you came out of closed session and kind of gave us folks that hung around a little bit of, I don't want to say insight to what was discussed, because that wasn't the case, but you at least didn't make everyone feel like they wasted their time by waiting around. They at least knew that there was a direction that the council was going. The second thing I'd like to ask as a citizen that whichever direction this all plays out, which I'll pretty much know, but I think people on both sides of the aisle would appreciate a full financial report as far as what this whole investigation, lost productivity, legal fees, and whatever else comes out of it, what that costs. I think we would all appreciate a full financial report of how our money is being spent. Whether we agree with it or not, we would like to know where it goes. The last thing I'd like to say is I'm glad that agenda item did not get added. If for no other reason, your constituents didn't hear about it. Life happens, things don't get done in the schedule that we all want. Goes to show God has a sense of humor. If you don't believe it, just make a schedule and a plan. And you also have to remember, just because you can do something does not mean you should do something. Thank you.
Anyone else care to speak? Anyone else? Last call. Citizens Forum is now closed. Can we have a motion to adjourn into closed session?
I move that we adjourn into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.85, friends 1, friends C, friends D, friends C. Considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written legal advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is likely to become involved, for the purpose of reviewing a personnel matter considering potential action on the matter and conferring with legal counsel. May reconvene in open session for possible action. Who did you wish to have included?
Attorney Burns and Attorney Dunleavy.
So moved.
Second?
Second, yeah.
Motion by Keister, second by Kraus to adjourn into closed session. Roll call, please.
Rose?
Yes.
Dunleavy?
Yes.
Jorgensen?
Yes.
Wilson? Rose?
Yes.
Easter?
Yes.
Schley? Dornick?
Yes.
Steiner?
Yes.
Motion carried. Yes. Progress was made as to the ongoing personnel matter, and we anticipate a resolution in the near future. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Keister, second by Dunleavy to adjourn. Let's see, I started. Rose?
Yes.
Keister?
Yes.
Yes.
Dornick?
Yes.
Steiner?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Dunleavy?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yeah.
Motion carried. Thank you.